All right. I call to order the March 16th, 2022 Ledyard Farmers Market meeting. Lori Harry, market manager, present. I'm gonna let you guys do your own this week.
April Brunel, the treasurer, is present.
Pam Ball, secretary, present.
Pete Harry, committee member and all-around nice guy, present.
Ellen Granger, most tired person on the planet, also present.
Oh,
And I think that's everybody so far. I'm trying to. Oh, what happened? Sorry, I'm not good at this, but I'm trying to figure out how to check and see if people are here. Okay, so nobody yet is coming in. All right, so call to order, roll call. Any citizens' comments? I don't believe there are any citizens with us. Informational items for those of you who may not know. Linda Davis's Celebration of Life is at Ledyard High School from 12 to 3 on April 2nd. Anybody else? Okay, moving on. Review and approval of prior meeting minutes. Everybody good with the minutes of February 2nd, 2022?
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second
February.
that.
Not February. Yep.
All in
seconded?
favor? Pete,
Pete, okay.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? All right, that's unanimous.
Woohoo.
April. Any,
Treasurer report. Well, we're starting to get our checks in. They haven't been entered yet, but they're going to be very soon. But as our last report, which you could see attached to the minutes, we have about close to 17,000 right now. So we're doing quite well. And with all these vendor checks coming in and sponsor checks and all these other things, we should be in very good shape for the coming summer market.
yeah. I've got lots of stuff for you, which at some point I'll remember to get to you.
No problem.
Because I was almost
That's great.
at work when I remembered that I was supposed to drop stuff off to you.
No, we're doing really well. We have no problem with our budget right now. We are fine and dandy.
Okay. Any comments of committee members?
I think that the picnic tables look great.
I haven't even seen them yet. I have not been down there.
I drove by the other day and they have a cement pad underneath them and the picnic tables are on top and then there's grass in between all the picnic table. Well, there will be grass in between all the picnic tables.
How many do you think are there?
I want to say 6,
Okay.
5 or 6.
All right. So some, but not a lot. So we'll be using both areas then still.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Anything else? All right, so market manager report. I think most of you know, there might be some people who are not at this meeting who don't know. Jamie handed in her resignation as of today. So we are down a assistant market manager, which we will discuss after. That's really, we have tons of applications that have come in. And people interested in coming to the market who've never been there before. I'll go over that too. The business of the meeting. So I am good with that.
That's exciting.
So number one is gonna be hard to discuss that I wanted to talk about because we're missing quite a few people from our meeting. I wanted to go over our committee member roles now, especially with Jamie gone. And who's gonna be taking over what and moving who to where.
Well, don't be discouraged. We're here. We can talk about it.
Oh yeah, no. So April and I were talking and April said that once I am no longer market manager, that she would be willing to do it. I will also stay on the committee. Possibly as assistant manager, if that's the way it goes. April also mentioned to me today that she would be willing to fill Jamie's role. And hopefully, and I don't know if you wanted to do this, Pam, at least just for the summer, go back to being treasurer and then somebody else can just fill in that because you know it.
Yeah.
So it would just be, and then somebody else can be secretary.
I can do them both.
So.
Yeah, I don't mind doing them both either.
All right, so that was a thought.
Yeah, but we definitely didn't want to push it on you, Pam, though. If you didn't want it, we could find somebody else. But if you don't mind, that'd be good, because I don't know if I could do assistant and finances.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
All right, and you know what? Even at this point, we can take turns doing it because it's not really that, you know,
Which,
it's something like we could all take turns doing, you and I, or whatever.
do what? Which one?
The secretary minutes.
Okay.
So,
Lori, did you see Kristen's message?
no, I did not.
She said, sorry, we have Girl Scouts and conferences tonight, so I can't participate. Please let me know if there's any takeaways I can help with.
Okay, thank you. All right, so then I'm guessing we should vote April in as, we'll say, 2022 assistant market manager. Would that be the?
Yes, it would, because 2021's over.
I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know.
Unless
if
I'm
I'd
stuck in some
appreciate-
time zone, yes.
All right.
Yeah,
so
Yeah, no,
I
no,
make a
you're right,
motion.
Lori. So,
right.
so I,
So
this
I
is,
make a motion to make April Burnell the new 2022 assistant market manager.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. All those opposed? All right, unanimous.
So now we have to do Pam for the 2022 treasurer, yeah. Words.
So I make a motion to make Pam Ball the 2022 treasurer of the Ledger Farmers Market. All second, anyone?
I'll second. April, second.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? All right, unanimous.
Woohoo!
And so as of now, I don't know how we do this. Do we just leave you as secretary, Pam? And then if we need somebody else, we can,
We
Vote
can
that.
we can vote to have it be a rotating task until we fill the role.
No, you can
Okay.
just leave it. I'm fine with it. Just leave it.
all right. Okay.
Okay.
So. Just checking. Yeah, okay. I don't think anybody is joining us. So. All right, so that's as far as we can go with member roles, because we really need the rest of everybody before we like go and divide and conquer with all that stuff.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we make a list of what Jamie did that needs to be done that, April will do, and then what's
Well, I
left?
can go over that. So I'm talking more, like talking to Amy, because I believe Amy said she would take over kids stuff. So like getting her to know what that entails, getting Kristen a specific area to work in. Maybe she can work with Amy, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
Stuff that Jamie, I can just do that with April. That's, I just want bigger chunks of like what people should concentrate on.
Gotcha.
So does anybody
Yeah,
else
like
have,
delegating.
yeah.
Mhm.
Does anything, anybody else have anything to discuss about that? All right, so I have something I would like to talk about, and it's actually about Miss April. So April spends a lot of her own money on the balloons, and she really is entertainment. Yes, she collects tips, but a lot of that just covers the cost of her balloons, especially now with balloon prices being so high.
Mm.
So my idea was for us to not charge April for a spot, because I would like to consider her our entertainment, because she's a huge draw with the family and the kids. And to also give her, I don't know, for lack of a better term, a weekly stipend towards balloons, or cover part of her costs for the summer for balloons. I think it would be fair, but I don't know what anybody else thinks. And April did not, was saying, gonna come up with this.
I think it's a fine idea. The other idea is, April, if you want to sell baked goods, maybe we don't charge her for the baked goods table. And then,
So just make, okay, well, April, what do you think would work best?
I think that's fine.
All right.
It's fine
so
with, it wouldn't
we
cost you
just-
guys that much. You just
So we
wouldn't charge
won't
me for
charge
the table.
her, we won't charge her for her balloon spot, because that and her spot for her baked goods will be her entertainment costs.
yeah, I think that's $400.
So $400.
great. I don't think we can vote on it because I don't know if April can vote on it.
All right,
But
well then,
Yeah, we'll
I
have
think
to
it's a great
table it for
idea.
the next one, but yeah.
right, okay, so we'll throw that in the minutes and then we can vote on it next week.
Yeah, but I think that's a great idea.
So, because I was thinking about it and I'm like, we pay people like $300 to come one day. Even people who collect tips, like some of the musicians.
Mm.
So, I mean, April is a huge part of our entertainment. So,
We could do more.
but, well, we can always revisit if she wants to. So,
No, I think it's good. I mean, maybe another stipend for the balloons for the signs or something, but we can iron out those details when we have enough people to vote.
so, all right. So we will vote on that at the next meeting. Okay, so does anybody else have anything to add to the April balloon?
I hope
Okay.
she can get the balloons to do things.
April, are you gonna have
It's-
balloons?
I will have balloons. They're starting to make more, but it's tough because every time I call, it's like some colors which you think would be normal colors. They're like, oh no, we don't have it.
Oh,
And then
God.
like even the like hearts, they're like, oh, we don't make them anymore. I'm like, what do you mean you don't make them anymore? Because we're not selling them. I'm like, ooh. So yeah, so it's tricky, but I am getting balloons.
Well,
It's
you know
just
what? If kids
hard.
have to get colored balloon animals, then
Yeah,
that's
I-
gonna have to live. What? You want a rainbow mermaid? Well, you're getting two colors.
Yeah, like one of the companies, because there's like a Coke and Pepsi of the balloons, and one of them just decided to not make brown. Just cause. I'm like, okay, so no reindeer, dogs. So I luckily can get them from the other company when they're in stock. So it's a juggling right now.
That's terrible. All right, so. The cannoli truck. I turn on computer. I was talking to. Here we go. Sorry. All right. So I was talking to Sarah, the cannoli truck, and Sarah wants to be full-time. She would like to come to all the markets. So she had asked if there would be a special price for her if she wanted to come to all the markets. So I told her I would ask. She is not a dinner truck. So she can be at the market all 16 days. I know we wanted them every day last year. So I am up for suggestions as to what people think.
What does she think she's supposed to pay?
Well, right now it would be, if she paid the $50 a market, it would be $530. So my suggestion would be, I think it was, hold on. Why does that not seem right? My math is off.
Wouldn't she just pay regular fee?
Hold on. Okay, wait, no. So for 16, it would be $800.
That's a
So,
lot.
right. So because she's a dessert truck and not a food truck, and we like they're a big draw and we like having them every week. My take would be to charge them $25 a market. So that would be half that price for $400. I don't know how anybody else feels about that.
I'm great with that. That's what I was going to suggest. I don't know who Sarah is. I usually talk to Angela. I'm sure you're right.
No, I could be wrong.
Sarah is our Greek food person who just wants us to confirm her date.
Andrea, I apologize, Andrea.
Okay. I was going to say that if there's somebody new, I'm actually.
So Outlook doesn't separate responses from one email.
No, I know, but strings are crazy.
I hate it. Anyway, so my suggestion is $400 for them.
Sure.
I
You
think
can-
Great with that. I think that covers it because not every week is going to be great for them.
Right. Oh, Amy's here.
there's- Hi, Amy. So not
So
every week is going to be like their busiest week.
Here.
And then they can
Yeah.
sort of rotate breads and stuff too.
Yeah. So,
I'll
I
play-
mean, I know last year we had a gentleman drive from like an hour and a half away and they weren't there specifically for the cannoli.
So I'll play devil's advocate and ask why they wouldn't be $200 for the full season.
Well, we're paying, so dinner vendors that are under a tent, for half season is $200. I mean, 150, no, what is it? 130, 140, 150? I don't remember what it is. So, I mean, a food truck takes up a larger spot. And I personally think I don't know. I think $25 a market for a truck is fair.
Okay. So does somebody want to make a motion?
I just didn't know if anybody else had a comment over it.
I was just playing devil's advocate, literally making sure we were thinking about it right. That's all.
Okay. Anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion. So I'll make a motion for that, the cannoli truck. We'll pay $400, which ends up being 25 a week to be here the whole market.
I will second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 I,
Opposed? All right, it's unanimous.
Woohoo.
Okay, so should we go back to now that Amy's here, should we go back to the balloon thing, or do you think we should wait? Pam,
That's up,
what do you think?
that's up to you. I can't see anybody else having an issue with it.
Me either. So, okay, so Amy, we were talking about, so I brought up the fact that April is part of our entertainment, and we pay entertainment to be there. April makes tips, but a lot of her tips, because balloons are so expensive, end up going towards the cost of her balloons. So I had originally said, my idea was to not charge her for her spot for balloons and to possibly pay her a stipend towards the balloons. Pam came up with the idea of, just because she wants to sell her baked goods too, so that would be 2 spots, to just cover her 2 spots for the $400, and not have her pay that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So,
I'm fine with that.
all right. So then I will make a motion to,
As long as she gives me some cookies.
so I will make a motion to cover April's balloon creation cost by not charging her the $400 fee for the 2022 summer market. Does that make sense? Does that?
Yep.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, who seconded?
Aye.
Oh, who's
Amy.
Who seconded?
did.
Amy did? Okay,
And I abstain because it's about me.
right.
So that was unanimous. All right. Thank you, Pete. Cannoli truck, April rules. Oh, I know. I figured we could start. So I don't know if anybody, I sent the link out for the spreadsheets.
Oh.
Has anybody had a chance to look at them?
I did see the
No.
link, but I haven't clicked it yet.
Okay, so far, so I've put everybody in. So far, we have Mystical Gardens wants to be a guest. She had applied last year, and then we had the hurricane and she had no flowers. Cabin Furniture is gonna be with us, wants to be with us full-time again this year. Breton Farms is gonna be part-time, wants to be part-time this year. Cupcake for Later, Granny's Pie Factory, full-time. Church Mice would like to be part-time. 24 Piece, Cindy loved the market last year. She wants to be part-time. Kettle Pot Soap, full-time. Why a Spoon, which is the woodworking, wants to be full-time. For His Glory, part-time again, the first half of the summer. Red Horse Pottery is gonna apply for the full summer. I'm so excited. I love her stuff. Chet's Italian Ice, he was the first application in the day we sent them out. Full-time. So I think we're gonna end up having to discuss baked items because, so we have April needs dough. Rogue Bakery applied to be full-time. So actually right now, I think we're pretty good with the baked stuff. So we're not overloaded yet. Okay. Sharper Harper, he's the knife sharpener. I was surprised. He only wants to be a guest. He only wants 2 dates. I thought he would at least want more than that, but just the 2. New Curds is going to be with us full time.
Oh, awesome.
Staley wants to be with us full time, although Kevin may not be the one on site this year. Roasted Coffee Company wants to be full time, and apparently Nick told me they're upping their game this year. Oh, Good Vibes. So I talked to Lisa, and so Good Vibes does fresh squeezed lemonade.
Ooh.
I don't know if anybody knew that. So they applied for both. So they will have 2 booths. They will have their kettle corn and fresh squeezed lemonade. Which
That's
I know
awesome.
I know we had been talking about because JR's disappeared out of our farmers market life years ago. And then 20 Paws Bakery, Terry has decided she's going to try it out full time this summer. She's like, I'm so nervous. And I was like, don't be. I'm like, dogs are a huge part of the market. So, Ellen, did you, I don't know if you have your computer with you, or did you happen to see the food truck sheet?
I did. I had a chance to look at it. I haven't really absorbed it yet, but I do want to get back to Sarah Turker from Greeking Out and tell her all of her dates are fine.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, because I put them in exactly the way we did last year. And so far, nothing overlaps.
No,
I
no,
think
so far it
there's-
looks great.
And I think there might be like one day that may have too many, like one too many, but other than that, so Issa Catering, she just signed up for part-time, which was, you know, what we said we could give dinner tents. But she didn't put dates down. So I'm assuming we can pick her dates. So I put her dates that I thought would be the best dates in red.
Okay,
you look
I see
at it.
that.
So because those were the days we didn't, so I hadn't put in Munchies yet because I just seen their email before we got on the meeting.
And we still have to tell him whether he can just do every other week. He sort of wants to be like one of our, he just wants to be like every other week and sort of be like one of our reliable vendors, which I'm honestly fine with. He's kind of earned it. He never gives us a hard time and he doesn't run out of food.
I know, but here's the thing, we've got to get everybody's food truck hats in. I mean, the whole point of this was to make
Yep.
sure we give everybody a chance. I re-emailed Rolling Tomato to ask them if they were going to be with us this year. So Supreme Hot Dog is coming. They're doing the 6 markets. So we have right now Rustic Streets, Freaking Out, Frank's Mobile Kitchen, Par 4, John's Twisted Q, which he signed up for 6 this year, Supreme Hot Dogs, Issa Catering, Munchies, and Short Rib Cafe.
That's
So I
awesome.
just saw Short Rib Cafe, so he's pending on dates. He's the person that he really needs to bring 2 people to work if he's going to do a bunch of dates.
Yes, he
And
didn't
then we have
realize
those
that
new
yet
people in
because-
Ledger.
Yeah, he didn't realize, he knows that. So he didn't realize what was going to happen last year. So, but he did send me dates, but I emailed him back because he wanted like the first 6 markets. And I emailed him back, asking if I could email him back like the 6 best dates that we would have for him. Because I told him we try not to have one food truck more than 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. And then we've
Yeah.
got the backyard smoker people who wanted to come in, but then when I emailed him, he said he might be too busy.
Of course. But that's okay. We have John's Twisted for 6 markets. Last year, I think we only had him
Yeah.
3.
What about Yoko Loco?
So
We haven't heard from him.
I contacted Yoko to do Linda's memorial. And when I talked to him, he said that he doesn't think he can do it because of the restaurant. So I honestly don't know.
Okay.
My feeling is we will end up having enough food trucks that we can always give them extra dates if need be without having to be on, you know, everybody's tail continually,
Mhm.
Yeah.
trying to get a commitment. Because I'm over that. So we do have some interested vendors. So I have Soundview Candles. They make soy candles, and and I've already talked to Sarah about it because she contacted me a long time ago about her doing like just a couple guest spots because they're in a totally different tier than Sarah's. We have somebody in Ledyard who is making their own kombucha.
Ooh.
So that's cool. He's just waiting from paperwork, and I told him, I said, mail your application in. I said, mail what you have. I said, let us go over it. I said, and then once the paperwork gets in, you can send it to us after. We have, so Misty Cove soap. She makes vegan soap, shampoo, and dog shampoo. And right before I came on here, let's see, there was, what is this? Sorry. Oh, and then I got another one for 2 dates for 9 Lives Soapery, and she makes cold pressed soap,
Mhm.
milk based, dish soap, accessories, shave soap, accessories, soap accessories. So pretty much bar soap. I don't know.
Is Canberra going to come back and bring soap too?
I don't know. I really feel like we need to, with Canberra, kind of rein in what they're bringing, because they're just like expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding. And it's kind of like going into other territories. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know how anybody else feels about it. Like first they were just the bread and the goat's milk soap. And then they kind of showed up with cake pops. And then they showed up with Rice Krispie treats. And then it was alfajores and donuts and like all pie, like all sorts of stuff.
Mm.
So, I mean, I love them and I love their stuff, but I feel like we have to box it, I guess. I don't know.
So I really felt like she started to conflict with Ricky, the gluten-free guy, especially at Winter Market. Because he was bringing the alfajores and some of the Spanish treats too.
I know.
And I love Corey, and her stuff is delicious.
Oh, and they were bringing cookies. It
Yeah,
was
they
just,
bring a lot of it's stuff from other bakeries and stuff.
Yes, and like other, like the pies were from, what farm was it? The orchard there out near New Haven. Not, I only want to say is Brewster's from, no, it was, oh, I see it in my head, the big apple and the big sign up on the freeway.
Lyman's
Lyman, thank you.
or Bishop's.
One of them.
It's, it's our prerogative. For sure.
Right. Well, and that's why, so in my email, which I know you saw, Pam, I specifically made sure to ask, and I asked everybody, regardless of what they're bringing, to submit to me what items they're bringing.
Mhm.
And that if they are bringing something new, they have to add it and let me know first. So, let's see, what else? Deadline, to do. Oh, so, and I asked Jamie to answer this. Where is it? Right here. I'm a local author. I self-publish my books. I'm exploring options on where to sell my books. I came across your farmer's market. I looked over the application. I do not have a tax ID or liability insurance. Could you explain why, as an author only selling books, I would need to have liability?
Last summer, we made an exception for the 2 authors with liability insurance.
Correct. So here's,
I mean, no one's going to choke on a book. Well, maybe a baby will put it in their mouth. I don't know.
But then you're in the slippery slope of,
right, what happens if their table falls or somebody gets hurt with whatever?
I mean, the liability insurance is if your tent blows over, if your table collapses on somebody, who knows? And then they could make the argument, well, if I'm under the pavilion and I don't have a tent, then I don't need the insurance. And then you're in that boat with every vendor.
I would
mean,
just
I
say, if
understand
you
that
want to
they-
sell anything, you need liability insurance. I have to have it for my balloons. I have to have it for the bakery stuff.
Yeah.
So, and also with authors, my other opinion is I would like to leave authors as a guest thing.
Oh,
They
did you want to be full-time?
It does not say, but I know like last year we had, what was it? Alex and his magic coat. And I think he was every other week. And it wasn't a popular thing. Not that everything has to be popular. I just feel like as of right now, the space could be used for something better.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think, I mean, if I were an author, I don't know that I would want to sell the same book every week or every other week either, but.
Plus,
Right.
the school district may come back again with free books like they did last year. And I thought they got rid of them. They handed out a lot of books.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing, was that she was competing with, the town, the school, and they were handing out tons of different free books and doing all sorts of stuff. So, I mean, that I like better as a community thing and handing out the books than having an author sell.
Yeah, I agree.
Or as part-time or full-time. I mean, like as a guest, yes.
Unless you gang them up and have like one night be like literacy night, and then you have like a little author's pavilion where there's 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Good idea.
We'll have to think about that.
And maybe this person just needs some guidance on how to go about the, just some reassuring that it's not difficult to get the proper coverage that you need and it's inexpensive. And you know what I mean? It's just like, clearly it just hasn't participated in something like this before and might just need a little hand holding.
No, I agree. So Jamie was gonna look into that, so I gotta find out if she's still gonna look into it.
Well, if she
Uh,
doesn't, just let me know and I can handle it.
That's fine. I just figured she would know because it would be a town thing, so.
I would just say yes, because if you're gonna sell something, you gotta have liability for who knows what reason.
Right. All right, so I think that's. Can we think of anything else we need to go over? Oh, I know. So now that I asked everybody and just answered it myself. So I talked to Amy at R&B Apparel. I asked her to send me some links. Cause I think we talked about it real quick last meeting about, not doing bags this year and doing like travel mugs. And I was thinking maybe hats. Pete, we had Matthew's logo made at, the place in the mall. Can you help me out here?
Yeah, so we did a small run of hats for Matthew for his magic thing. It's a one color embroidery on, you pick the hat that you want, and their deal at the mall. So you have to pay a little bit up front, like a digitization fee to get it, to get your artwork into their system.
I think that was $60.
Yep, about that. But if you order 12 hats or more, the hats are half price, and as well as the embroidery is half price as well. So now, so we ordered 12 hats for Matthew, and they work out to be ballpark like $15 each. With that said, I think there's cheaper options if you're looking to do like 100 hats or something like that, which might be the case. And I think Amy at R&B will have a better solution. Laura?
Okay,
It's still going to be an upfront, but I know working before with hats, I think it's 12 boxes of 12, so 144. If you do 144, the cost drops down, probably depending upon which garment you specifically want to do, will drop down below $10, because you don't want to be selling these for certainly not more than $20. Probably more like 15 feels about right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But so we just ordered tumblers for someone at work through a company at Old Mystic Village called Make Your Mark, and they're gorgeous. The aluminum tumblers, right, with the logos like etched in there, and those were like $10 a piece. But I'm sure there's probably a cheaper solution. They wanted like a high-end thing. They're really, really nice. But and they also ordered like a couple hundred of them. But so I would think between or as you said, a to-go cup, or not a to-go, sorry, travel mug, travel cup, some sort of thing that you put a lid on and drive with. And the hats. I mean, I would talk to Amy. Me and you can talk to her.
That's fine. So
yeah.
I was thinking we could either do a coffee mug or a travel cup. Somebody just met me. But I was thinking for hats, I thought we could do two different hats. One being a more male type hat where we could put the tractor logo on the front, and then on the back, like where it adjusts over that, we could put Ledyard Farmers Market, and then one for female, and we could do like Ledyard Farmers Market really pretty across the top. So,
Would it
and
be
I thought,
would it be too expensive to have Daisy? Too many colors?
well, I think if they use a heat transfer, I think that's possible, but I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably too expensive. Is
Yeah.
Pete?
In my opinion, heat transfer hats are kind of cheesy. I think like people expect embroidery, and 4-color embroidery, which is what that would be, might be a little pricey, but we'll talk to Amy first, you know. I would say, I would recommend get a few options, do a coffee mug, a tumbler, and 2 different hats, front imprint and back imprint option, because that's gonna add to the price as well. Over and out.
So shirts are off the table? Because I know we talked about shirts in the past too.
We did shirts. I just thought it would be easier because then we don't have to like order sizes and have leftovers and not enough of one and too much of another. And
Okay.
Less.
I think that's great thinking. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing actually about the shirts.
anybody else?
So we're not voting on vendors this meeting, right?
No.
Okay.
Anybody else
I need the link,
for,
the spreadsheets. I looked
Oh.
at my email. I don't have it.
Oh.
So
Well,
are
let's
you
do-
looking for a motion to end the meeting? Is that what you're looking for?
I just didn't know if anybody had anything else to discuss. If not, somebody can make a motion.
This is Pam. I will make a motion to end the meeting at 6:18 PM.
This is April. I will second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Aye.
Lori,
right,
we'll
so
talk
I'm gonna-
offline about food trucks as soon as we get some time.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
just sent Sarah an email saying she was all set for her dates.
Yes.
Stop recording, Laura.
Oh.
Thanks, everybody. And bye.
Bye, Ellen.
Bye, Ellen. Thank you.